Hi Virgo, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Virgo, I'm seeing you have a conversation with somebody. You may be sending them a message or reaching out to them. Look at you, Virgo. I'm looking at you on the bottom of the deck. Right now you're working with a part of yourself that is focused on communication, and there may be other people that you're working with. These can be people that you've been collaborating with and wanting to be more expressive, or even just, you could be in a spot now where it's like more important or more called upon or expected of you to be using your voice more often. You may also be the one that needs to initiate something verbally too, to make this work. I'm actually, for some of you, I'm seeing someone that is like at the front of a room. You could be like teaching a course, teaching a lesson. You could be mentoring in some way. You could just be having conversations with your coworkers where you feel like you are kind of the one leading certain things, stuff like that. Even if this is like you working with peers, definitely can be you working with peers. I'm even seeing something that like rotates, where it's like one person has to talk and then like it goes around and then another person has to talk. You may have also been in charge of even getting something together, making something happen. You don't look particularly pleased about the way that something went. This looks like something beyond your control. Like, I don't know if you're just unhappy with the way that you did something, or it's actually like the response or the other people that you're connecting with, that you're working with. Something about the way that things went, it didn't go the way that you thought that it would. This definitely involves other people for sure. I'm not just seeing this be a solo project of yours. Something about it being wrong, like it didn't work out, or the timing wasn't right, or it's like the energy of the people that were involved in this, there was some sort of issue. The people that showed up. This is connected with something new that you've been starting. For reasons that are unknown, there's a sense of letting go. You may be letting go of something. There's something that you're starting, but other people may not realize that you may actually not do this anymore. Like there's a project that you're working on, or there's a particular path that you've been going down, or there's an activity that you've been doing that, like, other people don't know this, but you actually may decide to let this go. It seems like, okay, let's get further. I don't want to jump the gun here. So behind the scenes, there's something about releasing a partnership, potentially. This could have been something that you... Oh. That was unexpected. So you're in the midst of participating in something. You're in the midst of participating in something. So to everybody else that's connected with this, they may have no idea that you're about to bow out of something. And then I'm seeing it be like behind the scenes, you're actually letting go of something. I am seeing the Lovers here, and this can be some type of partnership or relationship. And I'm also seeing the Ten of Swords, which means that like you're letting go of something that you had before, or like even right now, currently, be associated with, you had been associated with, or you are associated with. I'm seeing again, like, people don't know that this is going to be let go of. But I'm seeing you be in a space where you're like, why am I holding on to this so tightly? I'm hearing any longer. And I am seeing the Ten of Swords, which means like things not necessarily ending in a pleasant way. Things may feel very tumultuous, very rocky in the way that they're kind of falling apart. You may be going somewhere and like having food or something. I keep seeing all of these pictures of foods that it's like for a group of people. And yeah, it reminds me of food where you like pull pieces out of it, out of like a bigger portion of it. I know that sounds kind of strange. It's like a dish that has bits or pieces that people can pull out from it. So you haven't decided whether or not you want to end this yet, but you're thinking about it. It already feels like an ending to you is what I'm seeing. Like it looks like you're already going through this process of pain that's associated with an ending, but there's still a choice that hasn't been made yet. Virgo, you're so busy. So busy. Mentally, emotionally. You're going to get to the point where you're ready to make a choice. You just may not be ready yet. Also, for some of you, you could be like, you know what, I've been putting this off and I probably should do it, but it's going to affect me in a big way, or it's going to affect that other person or these people in a big way. And so you may be avoiding this a bit. This is the feeling that I get. The only reason that I'm saying that is because you already, like, you've mentally checked out of this. You've already ended this. You just haven't taken action yet. Like, you may not have said anything about it yet. But for you, this is done. This is a done deal already with this person. But they may not know that. Or this group of people, whatever this is. For some of you, it is a partnership that you're involved in. Or a relationship of any sort. Virgo, no. I'm seeing you be in a spot where you're like, well, maybe I don't really know how I feel about it. You know how you feel and you know what you want to do here. I'm seeing you be in a spot where you're like, what would be the best decision for me to make for myself that I would feel best about? You don't feel confused about whether or not this is ended. You know that this is ended. However, you may be like feeling for the other person and being in a spot where you're like, I don't really know about this. The longer that you put this off too, it seems like the more confusing that this situation gets. I understand the predicament. I understand. But yeah, like even maybe how you deal with this is through like laughter or comedy or something like that, because I'm even seeing you get it to a point where you're like, this is so ridiculous. Like it reminds me of that movie, or reminds me like in a TV show when the characters are like interacting with each other and then one of them looks at the camera and it's like that moment where they're breaking the fourth wall. I feel like you're having a moment like this where it's just become so ridiculous that you're kind of laughing, maybe just because of how intense all of this feels, because it's clearly an unpleasant situation. Who wants to have to end something that you're involved with when like mentally you already know that it's over? I'm getting like a very checked out energy for you here, but it's just about like needing to say something. But then there's part of you that's like, I don't know, should we really do it? Like maybe you still have like feelings, or maybe this is something worth reviving. But this seems like it's coming from a place other than this is what you want to do for yourself. Because, like, even though I'm seeing the Seven of Cups, I don't think that you're really confused, actually. I think that this is just hard and that you may be like looking for reasons to try to continue putting this off rather than actually just doing it. Because you know it's done. If it wasn't done, the Ten of Swords would not be here. This is done already. It's finished. As I said before, like you, what it looks like to me is that like you went to a solo funeral for this already. Like you grieved this, you like buried the body of this relationship. This is done for you. You just like haven't said that yet. But energetically, this is your energy here within this situation. I'm hearing there's no coming back from this. So yeah, unless something is like fully revived, this is a done deal already. It's just about actually following through. You may also be in a space where you're trying to like maybe figure out how you want to do this or what you want to say. Also too, with the Two of Swords, the Two of Swords is you being in a spot where you have a decision to make and you have a decision to make. You have to take action on it. You're meant to be taking action on it. It's connected with this ending. But the Two of Swords already knows, you already know what you need to do here within this situation. You just haven't done it yet. That voice in your head that tells you that you're not worth having what you want is the thing that is confusing to you right now. I don't know if there's like somebody around you that is whispering into your ear and confusing you, or this is like your own negative self-talk space that's telling you to, for some reason, stick around in a situation that you don't feel open to anymore. But whatever this is that has you feeling confused, it's not coming from a place that feels like open and connected to you and how you're feeling. So whether this is an internalized voice or this is like guilt or shame that you're feeling, or it's somebody around you that's like, don't do that. Whatever this is, it's coming from a place of fear. So keep that in mind. If you are giving yourself advice, if you are getting advice from anybody else, if you are checking in with your self-talk space, ask yourself, Am I listening to advice that's coming from like an empowered place that allows me to feel seen, that I resonate with, or am I listening to advice or a self-talk space that's full of like criticism and doubt and fear and disconnection? Because I'm seeing like you know what you want, but socially this may be a complicated situation. I'm even seeing like if in an ideal world you may be able to just like fade into the background and become transparent and kind of like move away from this situation rather than having to deal with this. Like maybe it is complicated when it comes to having to deal with this particular person. I'm seeing you be in a spot too where you're like, well, will I regret this or will I not regret that? That's making you want to make a decision based off of what you're feeling. As I said before, like I'm already seeing you be checked out. I'm not seeing there be something redeeming within this situation. Fear just may be the thing that's holding you back within this. So even though at one point in time this was something that you felt connected with and involved with and like even excited about doing, it was something that you felt was speaking to you, it's not anymore. And so I'm seeing the ending be unavoidable at this point. It seems like it's already arrived, honestly, from the way that I'm reading the timeline. But you have to call it out, you have to say it. This means also, this means an ending to, yeah, an ending to whatever this is. I'm seeing you also working with your subconscious energy. You may have somebody that's kind of guiding you through this process. For some of you, you may like have somebody that you really trust that you're talking to. I'm hearing a source maybe you're talking to like your faith, what you believe in. You may have a therapist. You may be doing some type of like self-work, shadow work. I'm seeing this be you working with your subconscious energy. For some of you too, this could be a project that you were working on with somebody, that you were like collaborating within a situation, and that's also going to be coming to an end as well. Collaborating can be like any type of exchange of energy. You have to make a choice about karmically what you want to unfold, and let go of this fogginess that you're holding on to. This is about the more that you focus on the past and what has unfolded, the more you're going to get sucked into it. Don't allow yourself to get so consumed by it that you forget that you're in the present, and to be present as well. The Five of Swords seems like a badgering energy. I'm going to get more on this and see what's going on here. The reason that this is coming to an end is because there's a lack of reciprocity. For some of you on the emotional front, you feel like you're showing up, and you feel like the person that you're dealing with or the people that you're dealing with are not showing up. And you don't feel like it's worth it. You don't feel valued. You don't feel seen. That's at the bottom of it. Don't feel valued, don't feel seen, don't feel appreciated. Even feeling like you've been overlooked. And that's why you've checked out. Because there's not much of a relationship, Virgo. Yeah, you don't feel like you're getting what you need. And you do have standards, and this is not meeting it. And you recognize that. I'm hearing it's time to do it. Yeah, I'm seeing you be in a spot where you know how you want to be treated, you know what you deserve. It's just about having the strength to really show up for yourself, to stand up for yourself and be like, you know what, I'm worth more than this. I'm getting to that, like, the part of this that you may be struggling with is like actually having to say something to this person to just end this. Initiating action verbally. But you have to do what you feel like is right within this situation, because you're being called upon to be like very disciplined and strategic with the way that you handle this, to be thinking about your future as well, and like the legacy that you're building. Like, is this something that you want to spend more time dwelling on? Or is this something that you actually want to like give yourself the chance to break free from it? Physically, because for some of you, like energetically, you're already out, but physically something needs to happen here. Some type of conversation needs to happen. And this is reminding me too of seeing the Knight of Cups in the beginning of the spread on the bottom of the deck when this came out. There's something about needing to have a conversation, needing to send a message to someone and get this done. Looking at Pisces and Gemini and Jupiter. I've also been seeing Leo on the bottom of the deck, Aries, Moon, Cancer. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.